let's get you an update on Sidhu Moosewala's last rites, which will be taking place today. And now his body is being shifted to the ambulance. It will then go to his village where many people have gathered and they can pay their last respects. There you can see the body has been shifted to that ambulance and will now go to his native village where the last rites will be taking place at around noon. From 8:30, people will be allowed to pay their last respects to Moosewala, an immensely popular Punjabi singer. He had a fan following across the country, and Divya in Canada as well, across the world. So a huge fan following. And remember, this brutal murder of Moosewala is something that has sent shockwaves through Punjab.
Right, Gargi, that last rites will be performed at noon, like you were mentioning. Wondering how long this journey will be from the hospital to his native village. You know, how long will that distance take before he reaches his house and where people can meet up with the family and pay their last respects to the singer.
And as Ghazali was telling us, they're expecting that there'll be political leaders, there'll be many from his music fraternity gathering there to pay their last respects. Remember, this is something that has really shocked people across Punjab. It's a huge political controversy as well, with the AAP government under attack by the opposition. Questions raised about their handling of Moosewala security. It was reduced just a day before he was gunned down in a brutal manner, and what's even more shocking is that his poor father, that's what the FIR has revealed, that his father realized that Moosewala was travelling without his bulletproof vehicle, that he hadn't taken his guards. He'd also been receiving threatening, extortionary calls, is what the father said in the FIR. So he actually followed the vehicle, followed in another vehicle along with the guards, and saw the two cars that were there, a sedan and an SUV that had stopped there, and then gunned, showered bullets on his son. We're told at least 30 rounds were fired.
Over 2 dozen rounds of bullets, including one in the skull, Gargi, that was found in his remains. And of course, that post-mortem report by a panel of 5 doctors is what they concluded that report. And now we can see that ambulance taking the body of singer Moosewala to his native hometown, where the last rites will be performed at a cremation ground near his residence.
So there we can see at the village at Mansa, they're waiting for him. Ghazali on the phone line with us. Ghazali, we just saw the ambulance has finally, left the hospital and to bring his mortal remains to his home.
Yeah, now since by 8:30 the family had agreed that after the post-mortem, the body will be taken to his native place, where it will be kept in the open for people to come and pay their last respect. So huge gathering was there outside the hospital since yesterday there was protests happening over the same demands which his father had reiterated to the government. And even local fans, local people from Mansa district were protesting against this gruesome murder, and they were blaming the state government for withdrawing or curtailing his security. So now, since the government district administration was negotiating with the family, was convincing them to allow for a post-mortem. So that post-mortem was done yesterday. The family has now agreed for the cremation as well. So now the body is moved from the hospital to his native village in Musa, where people are already there to pay their last respect.
All right, and as you said, Ghazali, is going to be a massive gathering. Many people from Moosewala's, musical fraternity are going to be there. Punjabi singers are expected. Political leaders too are expected there for the final rites.
Yeah, has certainly taken the entire state by shock, and not only state, because he was one artist from Punjab who at a very young age had brought laurels for Punjab globally as well. So he made his name. He was a self-made man. He had no such connections in the music industry at a very young age. He moved to Canada, where he grew interest in music. And since then, he was just 27 years of age when he died, or when he was killed. So he is also a sort of inspiration for the young rural population, no matter what sort of songs he sang, whether it was ethically, morally, whether it was damaging or not, that is something debatable. But a young man who made his mark in the music industry, because yesterday we saw how tributes were pouring in from Bollywood as well as artists from abroad, and renowned singers, renowned musicians paying their last, paying tributes for Sidhu Moosewala. So in that sense, he certainly holds a huge fan base, not only in Punjab or Mansa, but globally as well, wherever the Punjabi diaspora stays. So in that sense, we are expecting that today there will be a huge gathering during his funeral at his village in Musa.